my channel. Today we are going to do yet another foundation review, which, as you know, is my favorite, and I think y'all really enjoy foundation reviews as well, so I'm always very excited to film them. Today we are doing a review on the Chosungah, I think that's how you pronounce it, 22 C&T blend foundation. So it comes in this hugely insane and very unnecessary packaging, in my opinion. I mean, this is big. This is big, but it comes in this. It says the Chosungah, you can't really see it. It actually just says 22 and then Chosungah under it. And then on this side, it says the C&T blend. Now, this is their Luminous foundation, and it is only 0.88 ounces, which to me is just insane that it's not even a standard 1 ounce and it comes in this huge packaging, and it's not even a standard 1 ounce and it retails for $58, which again is just insane to me. But the reason I bought it was because I had personally never heard of this line. It is a K-beauty line. I did buy this at Sephora, and you know, I'm a foundation junkie, so I wanted to see what it was like. They do have other foundations in this line, but this one, I don't know, it caught my eye the most. I think because when you open it, it has 2 openings, one for the foundation and one for a luminizer. Now, the luminizer is also what they claim is like a serum that holds hydration and anti-aging benefits. I think a lot of K-beauty puts anti-aging benefits in their makeup products, which I love, and another reason that I was really drawn to this foundation. And again, because it's luminous, I was drawn to it because lately I've just not been wanting matte. Like, I honestly don't remember the last time I have worn a straight matte foundation without at least mixing it with something luminous. I don't know why, and you know, especially with the winter coming up, I don't know, I need some more luminosity to my skin. I just think it makes all of us look younger. But I also think there's a very fine line between luminous and oily greasy. So that's why I don't always love all the luminous foundations that I try, because a lot of them are too bright and highlighty. This claims to improve your complexion and texture, along with, again, the anti-aging benefits and the hydration that they say is in the serum / luminizing part. Now, you'll see in the demo that the serum, let me see if I can show you the picture online. So that's the picture of the foundation online. Obviously, that's the foundation side, and that's the serum luminizer side. I was expecting the serum luminizer to be like white per that picture, but it's actually a very gel-like consistency, which makes me think that it might actually hold those anti-aging benefits, because it is just like the consistency of any serum you would use in a skincare regimen. So to mix that with your foundation, I just haven't seen that before in a foundation that you can get at Sephora or really anywhere. So I did want to give this a try. I will say I bought a too light of a color. I feel like I've salvaged it right now, but you will see when I first put it on that it is light. I got the color Ivory, and the app / website says that it is for light to medium skin with yellow undertones. I don't find anything medium about this, but like I said, it has blended in well, and I think that it might actually oxidize quite a bit to where it's going to look the way it's supposed to look on my skin throughout the day. And with some good bronzer and stuff, I think it turned out fine. A huge downside to this foundation, just like most K-beauty products, especially complexion products, there are 4 colors. There's the Ivory, light to medium. There's Porcelain, which is light with peachy undertones, more of like the pink side. Natural, medium skin with yellow undertone, and Sand, medium deep skin with golden undertone. Now, I will say that the way I feel like this kind of melted into my skin and eventually ended up working, that I think the 4 colors would actually probably work for the span of like 8 different skin tones, because I feel like it does blend in and work and kind of customize to your own skin tone. So while that is a downside, I do think that if you're interested in this foundation, you could still go with one of those 4 and probably have it work, unless you are super light or super dark. It has 4.5 stars. It only has 19 reviews, but when I was reading the reviews, most of them are really good. However, a lot of them say they're really good only for the foundation. That with the highlighter part, it's too greasy. But then a lot of them are saying that it's like they have mature skin and they absolutely love it. We'll see. For the purpose of the demo, you will see I will do one side of my face with the foundation and the highlight serum, and I'll do one side with just the foundation. So I'm going to go throughout the day and see if that alters the wear and longevity of this foundation. So if you're interested to see how the Chosungah 22 C&T Blend Luminous Foundation works for me, stay tuned. I feel like I'm a little lopsided today, but we're just going to go with it. Okay, let's do this. I am going to do one side of my face with the foundation and the highlight serum thingy, and then one side of my face with just the foundation. But first I'm going to prep my skin. Excuse me. The first thing I'm going to do is take this Dr. Brandt Pores No More Pore Refining Primer. This actually was sent to me. However, I have talked about this primer before on my channel, and I have forgotten how much I love it. It is extremely velvety. The whole purpose of it is it claims to mattify shine and fill your pores in, but give you like a velvet smooth canvas for foundation. And I think it does all of that. And I will say it comes out in like a cream, almost like a skin tone color, but it kind of disappears on the face. This is one of those primers that if I weren't doing anything or going anywhere, I would wear just this and it would visibly improve my skin. It kind of evens everything out. And what I really like to do is put it under my eyes. I think this is a primer. Not all primers work well under concealers. This one does. And honestly, so velvety smooth. The only downside is the scent. I'm not a huge fan of the scent. But other than that, I don't think you can go wrong with this primer. I think it's 1 ounce. Yeah, and it retails for $45. I'm going to correct my under eyes real quick. You see what I mean about that primer? It's like completely, I mean, I feel like it even took some of my redness away. It's amazing. All right, so here is the excessively large packaging. Again, it has the foundation on one side, the highlighter on the other, highlighter serum. At first I couldn't figure out how to do this, but you twist it and push down at the same time. I mean, it's like, it's not foolproof. Okay, so a little bit's coming up. And then let's just do the side with just the foundation first. So it's pretty, see if that'll focus. It's not too liquidy, like it's not running down my finger, but it's definitely not like a mousse consistency either. So I'm just going, oh, it's so freaking light. I'm just gonna put that on this side of the face. Oh, it's so light. So I pumped the container up twice and it's a little too much. So I think you could totally get away with doing it just once. And I'm using my Beauty Junkies little black contour sponge. I mean, it's so freaking light. I can only pray that it oxidizes, or else I'm gonna be using a lot of bronzer. I mean, you can tell, hopefully you can tell how much it's like 2 shades lighter. So even though it says on the website light to medium with yellow undertones, there's nothing medium or even too medium about this foundation. All right, so now I'm going to pump up 1 pump of the foundation, and then I'm gonna go the other direction. Oh, and pump up the little serum. Let's see if I can, look at that. It looks white on the website and it's like a clear jelly. I'm just gonna take both of those on my finger and kind of mix them on my face. You can do it on your hand first. It's definitely shearing out the foundation, if you can see. It's almost like they don't mix that well. Kind of like if you were to put oil and water on your face. So I haven't looked up close yet, but I mean, this side is blending out a lot easier than the other side, which makes sense considering it was mixed in with that gel stuff. And I think you can tell this in the viewfinder. Look at how much more luminous this side of my face is than this side. So I think the whole luminous part comes from just that luminizer gel serum type stuff. And it's not as full coverage. You can still see a little bit of my redness here, where on this side I don't feel like you can see much at all. But I'm going to leave it at that. I'm not going to put any more on. So just to recap, we did 1 pump of the luminizer and foundation on this side, and we did 2 pumps on this side, but we only used about 1. I still had quite a bit on my finger that I did not pump in. Okay, so can you tell how this side is a lot more luminous than this side? Like, a lot. I don't know if that's going to go away once I put my powder on. I probably should have done this review on a day that I didn't have anything to do, but alas, I did not. Let's see about, I kind of feel like even with that primer, which does help with my pores, it's making my pores look fairly large. And again, I don't even know if this is really going to be a fair review. I mean, I think overall it will be, but because it's so light, I don't know if it's magnifying those places on my face. Whereas if it were actual color that I needed, maybe it wouldn't. It looks a little cakey on my forehead. Oh, so freaking light. So we're going to have to see what I can do with bronzer. But I'm going to go finish my makeup and I'll be right back. Okay, so I finished the rest of my makeup. And I feel like I kind of salvaged the color. I did use quite a bit of my Milk Matte Bronzer. I brought it down a little bit higher and a little bit farther down than I normally do. But I was careful not to use so much that it was going to affect how I saw the foundation, if that makes sense. So I haven't looked up close since I finished my makeup, and it's not bad. Like, it's not bad at all. This side to me is very, like, it's obviously more luminous than this side. And I'm curious, I don't know how just random stuff ends up on my face. I'm curious to see if that's going to affect the longevity of it. Because sometimes the more luminous or the more luminizing products you add to a foundation can affect the wear of it. For instance, when I add like luminizer drops a lot of times to my foundations, it doesn't seem to wear as long. Like, I feel like it breaks up easier. So we'll see. It'll be interesting to see which side of the face I feel like stays on the best, or if they are the same. I do have a few things to do today, and I'm also going to work out tonight, so you will be able to see how it holds up through a workout, which I always think is a good thing. Especially since I technically have normal skin. I think when I wear it through a workout, it kind of shows how it's going to hold up through oily skin, because I do sweat quite a bit when I work out. So that's that. Let me zoom you in real quick. Okay, so can you tell that this side is more luminous than this side? I don't know if you can tell. But I feel like my pores, once I got the powder and stuff on, my pores were not as noticeable as when I just had the foundation on. And I don't feel like my forehead is as cakey as it was without powder and stuff like that. So, I don't know. I'm a little bit impressed with it. We shall see how this holds up during the day. It is currently 11. I am getting a late start. I feel like I'm always getting a late start these days. But it will probably be, I'll have it on for at least 8 or 9 hours. So it'll be a good wear test for you. And I will see you in just a minute and let you know what I think about this foundation. Okay, it is 9 o'clock. So I've had this on for 10 hours now, which I think is a very good wear time to let you know what I think. Okay, first I'm going to zoom you in because I want you to see, hopefully see what I'm seeing when I look in the mirror. Okay. So this right here is the side that did not have the serum / illuminator type product, okay? And it looks like most foundations do on me after 10 hours of wear. And it actually held up pretty nicely through my workout. I will speak to one point of that in just a minute. Now let's go to this side. This is the side with the illuminator gel serum type thing. I don't know. That's attractive, isn't it? I don't know if you can tell on my nose, but it's completely patched off, like pretty badly. It has on my upper lip as well, like all right there. I don't even have foundation right there. Can you see that? And it has sunk into this smile line a little worse than the other side. And it has pretty much worn off my chin on this side. The forehead doesn't look too much different. I've got a little bit gone there, if you can see. from this side and then a little bit right here as well. But that, you know what, I did legs today, which is the day that I sweat the most. So that's kind of to be expected because I almost always sweat the most from my hairline. Okay, so real quick, I was in the middle of a workout. I went up to my husband to tell him something before I went upstairs in my gym to do cardio. And he kind of was looking at me weird. And I'm like, oh, crud. What's going on? And he said, oh, I guess they're just sweat bubbles. I said, yeah, probably because I haven't blotted yet. So I went upstairs. I got on, I did my cardio. I blotted or whatever. And then when I left, I washed my hands in the restroom. And I looked at my face and I'm like, what is that? And I had these tiny little bumps all around. And I still have 3 right here. I don't know if you saw them when I zoomed in. But they were all over right here. And I'm like, oh, hold up. Like, I don't do bumps. I don't do bumps. Like, I don't have sensitive skin. And it just popped up. Now, the ones on this side have since gone down. But again, I still have these. And I'm praying that once I exfoliate tonight, they leave. But that right there, I just can't imagine it being anything but the foundation because I didn't change anything else. And the fact that it is severely patching off and separating on this side means that I cannot say that I recommend this foundation with the serum. And quite honestly, like, what's the point of it without the serum? Because really, you're only getting 0.88 ounces, but only half of that's the actual foundation. So you're not even getting half an ounce of foundation if you're not going to use the serum for $58. Now, the side with just the foundation is okay. I mean, it's okay, but it's not $58 okay. Like, I'm trying to think, my Kevin Aquan's $58, hands down way better than this, like, on me personally. And I just don't like how the side with the serum and the gel is completely like patching away and separating. And like, I don't even have any on my nose right there. And I haven't been wiping my nose. So I just can't say that it's worth it. And I will say that the more I've gone on throughout the day, and especially when I looked in the rearview mirror in my car, this is just too light for me. It's just too light for me. So regardless, I've got bumps over there. Oh, man. All right, regardless of whether or not I fell in love with this foundation, this particular bottle was going to go back anyways because it's just too light. But now it's going to go back and I'm not even going to get another color because I just don't see the point. I just don't see the point. I'm not against trying other foundations from this line that aren't as expensive because they do have more affordable ones and that don't have this serum contained within, because I just don't see how that's working with the foundation. And I'm really scared I'm going to wake up tomorrow morning with a face full of zits. I don't even like that word. Pimples. I don't even like that word. Blemishes. I don't like the words because I don't like what they are. And I better not wake up tomorrow with a face full of them. So, yeah, I can't give this my, like, seal of approval because I just don't love it. I don't love it. It's going back and I'm not getting a darker color because, I mean, there's just too many other foundations that are really worth the $58. So if you were, I don't know, curious ever since I hauled this, or if you'd seen it without me even talking about it on the Sephora app, that's my 2 cents. So hopefully this helped you. If you have any questions, as always, put them down in the comment section. Be sure and give this video a thumbs up if you want to see more foundation reviews. I probably have 4 that I still need to do videos on. And subscribe if you haven't already so you don't miss out on any future videos. As always, thank y'all so much for watching. I hope you have a very blessed day.